Daytona in Avondale, where the opening practice of the weekend is underway for NASCAR Xfinity Series teams. How about the sixth-place finish last week for this driver, Ryan Sieg, after a top 5 at Daytona, top 11 in the first 3 events of the year, and this team out of Tucker, Georgia, that we have documented so many times, has updated their equipment and certainly making the most of it through 3. It up with plenty of speed right now, Regan.
Well, he is backing it up with plenty of speed. And another car that you just touched on, the 39 of Ryan Sieg, out on the racetrack right now. They went out and they made a Packer change to that race car. And we'll show you in just a little bit here, though. I happen to have a Packer to show off what that is. This is a little piece and a little tool that goes into the front of the shock. It holds the race car up. The reason you would put that in there is because the front of the race car is actually hitting the racetrack. It's going down, hitting the racetrack. This little device holds the entire race car up. I know we talk about them all the time. He went back out with that. The car's a little bit better with this added Packer.
Regan, I want to go back to something we talked about earlier as we see Ryan Sieg coming in to get a tire check on that 39. You were visiting with Austin Cindric. And people may or may not know, Austin has got a road racing balance credit and say a big attaboy to everyone here at ISM Raceway because of the upgrades they have made. They did it at Daytona. International Speedway Corporation did the whole Daytona Rising project, made it amazing. They've done it at Richmond Raceway, where we will be next month, the short track in Virginia. And they've also done it here at ISM Raceway just outside Phoenix. Spent $178 million. They've reconfigured the track as far as where the start-finish line is. They flip-flop turns 1 and 2 with 3 and 4, tore out the old grandstand. The fans are now in the shade instead of that Arizona sun when they watch the race. Full Wi-Fi. The infrastructure is unbelievable. Congratulations to everybody here. They debuted in November, and we are expecting once again an outstanding race weekend in the desert. John
was really surprised to talk to him yesterday and find out the differences in how his car at RCR this year drives compared to the junior motorsports cars that he was in a year ago. He said this
driver's just in front of him that would be in jeopardy of not moving on. Justin Haley is 10th. John Hunter Nemechek is 11th. And Reddick moves up to 3rd. So a great lap for him. Michael Annett to 2nd on the board in the 1. And he and Travis Mack have just been impressive each and every week.
What if everybody said amen?
Here to perform our national anthem.
And we've not mentioned, just in front of Cindric, Ryan Sieg. Worst finish this year for driver 39, 11th. A pair of top 10s. He was top 5 at Daytona. They're 8th in points. He's been great. Kyle Busch, the man.
Kyle's car did not handle as well, and sometimes the track and the conditions fall into your lap. And, you know, I think right now it looks like Christopher is struggling more than he has all day, and weather could definitely have something to do with that.
A good run here just outside the top 10.
He's also in more traffic than he's been all day, too. He's stuck back here now farther than he's been, and he's going to have to learn and figure out what his car wants back there.
Sieg, who ended our second stage in the 8th position, now finds himself racing Noah Gragson for 12. Just behind them, you've got Brandon Jones, Justin Haley in that mix as well. Everybody going to have to make one more pit stop. And not surprisingly here at Phoenix, everyone is chasing Kyle Busch, who today is going for tires. So you would anticipate that they won't be making another pit stop. And the climb continues after that rough restart for Cole Custer around the aforementioned Ryan Sieg in the 39, trying to get up to 8th.
Yeah, you see Cole right on that yellow line down there as the race runs on here through the laps. You see those yellow lines start to turn black, and those lines start to get grippier.
Kind of a frustrating place, or at least it can be, Eric.
Yeah, it is, you know, and they've been working, obviously, I'm sure, to get better each week. But, you know, Chase is a good driver. We saw that last year with some of the races that he's run, and I'm sure they'll figure it out. You know, not everybody can always start the season out fast.
Trouble on a restart, and you lose, you know, 5 or 6 spots, and you just have to work your way back forward. But obviously they've got a good handling car right now.
Since the speeding penalty, nice little rally here for Chase Briscoe. We've shared this story a couple of times throughout the weekend, but it bears repeating. He had set his wedding date after getting engaged in the offseason for November 22nd, talking about Briscoe. Just this past week, NASCAR announced the schedule for all their championship banquets. The Truck Xfinity banquet is going to be November 22nd. So they had to adjust their wedding date just in case he's a part of the equation on championship night in NASCAR.